Hi, I'm Dr. Schatzko. I wanted to welcome you to the clinic. We're really excited for you and we're hoping you hit your health goals. What I want to do is just give you a brief overview of what to expect in the next coming days and then when you get started on the program.
Now, I really recommend you watch this entire video. It's very important to help you understand what to expect as you get started, and we want to make this program be as successful for you as possible. And one of the main reasons I like people to understand why we do this is, I get it, everybody wants to look better, they have their goals as far as, clothes they want to fit in, or, their self-image in the mirror, or fit into that bikini, and those are all great things. But one thing I want everybody to focus on too is that this type of a food plan is also about your health. And it's very important because most of the lifestyle diseases that we see are due to really what you put in your mouth. And these foods you have are going to impact not only your weight loss and how you see things and what you fit in, but also what is your future going to look like? Are you going to be just a shiny looking new car on the outside, but inside the engine's breaking down? Or are we going to be healthy on the outside plus the inside, which is really what we want people to do. And I recently had a patient come into us. He was a 49-year-old man. He was 5'10", and he weighed a little over 300 pounds. And as we were talking to him, his goals were, I kind of have to get back onto it. I know I've let myself slack, and I want to be there for my kids and my family. And it's getting harder for me to get up and down stairs, which are all good goals. So we got him started on the program, and he was supposed to start on the upcoming weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. So that's when he was going to start his program. And his wife sent us a message on Saturday morning that he had a heart attack and died on Friday night. So sometimes I think, when people think about weight loss, they only think about just your self-image and how do you see yourself. But in reality, this is also going to help impact your health and your quality of life moving forward. And that's a really important thing to focus on with this too, is it's going to really help you be healthier when you follow this type of food plan. And I want to give you a really good understanding of what's going to happen in the next couple of days and as you get started. Also give you a brief overview of, what of a day of the plan looks like, and also give you a little bit of science behind, why we're doing what we're doing. So let's get started.
So what my staff should be doing is sending you an email. Inside that email will have the date for when you're going to get started, but also a link so that you can fill out the paperwork online. And what I will do is I will review your paperwork. If there's any problems with it, I will call you and discuss that. One reason why people like this program so much is because it's really fast weight loss. And we've seen pretty consistently about 10 to 20% weight loss in 60 days. So for example, if you were 200 pounds, that would be anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds. And my advice is don't fixate on one specific number, just do the best you can, and you should fall somewhere inside of that range. And then once you're done with the initial 60 days, we can talk to you about transitioning you onto the maintenance program. And if you still have more weight to lose too, we can talk to you about doing it through the maintenance portion, or if you want to do another round of the 60 days, we can discuss how that works also.
One question people always have is why does this work? Is this actually a good plan for me to follow? And yeah, I will tell you it's an absolute great plan to follow. I wanted to share this with you. This was a huge study that was just done over the last, I think it just concluded about a year ago, and they followed over 100,000 people for almost 30 years. And what they found is anybody who consumes at least 3 to 5 servings of the recommended fruits and vegetables each day, those patients' mortality rate decreased by 18 to roughly, I think it was 31 or 32%. However, if those people ate the same type of fruits or vegetables, but the ones on the not approved list, so as you can see here, if they had fruit juice, starchier vegetables like peas, potatoes, or if they ate more things like higher sugar fruit, it was not associated with a lower risk of premature death. So what we're really trying to do with this too is build in a healthier lifestyle for you long term. So the more that you can incorporate more of these lower starch, higher fiber fruits and vegetables, not only will it help you lose weight quicker, it fills you up so you don't overeat, but also it's proven in research to make you healthier as you age. Also, this is a really important point also. So if we're going to help you lose weight, you're going to have to understand, roughly what does it take for you to actually do that. So for every pound of body fat you have, you're going to have to burn about 3,500 calories. So that's why with this program, we're trying to restrict your food intake and your calories as low as we can go, but without just obviously cutting out all calories so that your body goes into starvation mode. So that's why when you're going through this program, you will not be eating what you were normally eating, and you have to decrease calories. Now, as we do that, it doesn't mean you're not going to get energy, because every pound of fat you have is like a 3,500 calorie meal sitting there. So by limiting the fats and carbs from your food, we're just trying to get your body to start to burn your excess fat stores. And then over time, as we can create that larger deficit, then every couple of days you're going to go through and burn a pound of fat or so. And that's why this program works so well and so quickly. But if you cheat on the program and you add in more fats and carbs during it, it's going to slow down the weight loss, because your body is going to burn what you eat first before it starts to tap into your fat stores.
So one question people always ask me are, well, what's the supplement? What are these? How do they work so well? I like to make it clear, this is not just a supplement program. The supplements are just part of our program that help it make it easier for you. So what we're actually doing is we're using a bunch of different weight loss strategies to help you lose weight as quickly as you can and also be healthier. So what we're doing is we're doing intermittent fasting. So the longer you fast, the research shows the more calories you can burn. We're also using anti-inflammatory food. So the lower the inflammatory load is in your body, the faster people lose weight. Also, the better they feel. We're also doing an elimination diet. So as we're cutting out dairy, gluten, sugar, and a lot of processed foods, people will usually start to feel a lot better. And they'll kind of feel like metabolically their body has reset a little bit and they're starting to get those health benefits. And then to lose weight, we have to create a calorie deficit. And the larger that deficit is, the faster that you're going to lose weight. Now, what the supplement are all natural amino acids. There are no known side effects to the supplement, and they're going to help decrease hunger cravings as much as they can when we're creating that deficit.
All right, so let's go over what a standard day would look like for you. And one thing to clarify too is, in order for you to hit your goals, and hopefully you have a strong desire of, why you want to lose weight, and whether it's for your family, your health, or everything we just talked about, but you're going to have to make some small sacrifices. That's just one thing you're going to have to understand. And as you take certain foods away from you, and especially comfort foods, sometimes people can get a little hangry. And that's not abnormal for the first 5, 6, 7 days of the program. So just understand your body is going to have to adapt, and that's just part of it. And one of the small sacrifices you're going to have to make is starting to cut out higher fat and higher sugar or carbohydrate foods. And the reason, like we talked about, is those are going to be energy sources. So if you eat them, your body is going to burn that for its energy before it starts to burn your fat stores. So every pound of fat you have sitting there that you want to get rid of is about a 3,500 calorie meal. So when we're going through the first 60 days, a lot of these items here we're going to restrict from the program. And that's going to be a lot of dairy. That's going to be a lot of higher fat foods, a lot of higher sugar foods. And a lot of them can be brought back in once you get to the maintenance phase. But for the weight loss portion, it's going to make your weight loss be slower. And one of the other benefits of eliminating these is sometimes people have smaller food sensitivities they're not aware of. And those might cause low-level inflammation. And that's where a lot of these people that follow this type of a food plan will report that their energy improved, they're sleeping better, their joints don't ache anymore, their headaches went away. And it may not happen to everybody, but as you get through that first 60 days, if you lose a bunch of weight, and then you also say, I just feel like a different person, it's probably coming from removing some of these food sources. So that's why it's really important to make sure we cut these out. Once we get to the 60 days and maintenance care, we can start to add these back in. So this is what a standard day is going to look like for the 60 days. So we have you fast through breakfast. And the reason we do fasting is it's proven that people will usually burn more calories and lose more weight. Also, some people, it helps them have more health benefits. You're going to take the drops 3 times a day, and those drops are going to help with metabolizing a little bit more fat, but also decreasing hunger cravings when we're cutting some of those other foods out. And then you can have coffee and tea, all those things in the morning too. We're just going to remove a lot of the sugar or the dairy that's going to go into it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have both of your meals around lunch and dinner time, and then we have a bunch of snacks in between those. So for lunch, what you'll do is you'll pick one of your proteins, and it's going to be your leaner animal protein. So it could be chicken, it could be leaner beef, it could be turkey, it could be lean pork, or it could be leaner fish. So for example here, this could be like tenderloin steak or some ahi tuna or some chicken. There's a bunch of ways we can prepare it. And then you're also going to pick a good amount of those higher fiber, lower sugar vegetables. And these are some of the common ones people like are going to be broccoli and asparagus, Brussels sprouts, zucchini, green beans, cauliflower. So you pick your portion for that. And then you're also going to have higher fiber fruit, which also has lower sugar. And that fiber is really important, like we talked about. So we're doing mostly berries. And that's going to be blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries are some of the most common ones. So most of you are going to be eating about 1.5 pounds to 2.5 pounds of food a day. It's going to keep your calories lower, but you still are going to get a good amount of food to help fill you up so you're not hungry through the day. And that's the number one thing we hear from the program is once patients get through that first 5 or 6 or 7 days of their body adapting to the program, that it was pretty easy to follow, they weren't really hungry, and the weight just seemed to come off.
A few things as you're going through this program that could cause problems. It's really going to be alcohol or exercise. Your body has a pretty strict rule that if you drink alcohol consistently, you're not going to lose weight. So during this program, what we recommend is trying to limit your alcohol intake to 1 day a week at the most. 2 days a week would be pushing it. So my recommendation is for the 60 days, try to cut it out as much as you can. And then the next thing is going to be exercise. If you exercise too hard on this program, it's going to cause problems. You can exercise if you want, but it just has to be light to moderate. So you could go walk, you could do light jogging, elliptical, light bike riding, or like light weightlifting. But what you can't do is any kind of strenuous exercising. And that's really going to be anything that starts to spike your heart rate. And if you're going to do that, what you'll notice is you're going to feel terrible during the workout and you're going to be really hungry the rest of the day. So if you're exercising, just be careful for those and just communicate with us and let us know. And then once we get you to maintenance, then we can increase the calories, add the healthy fats and carbs back in. You can work out as hard as you want at that point. Now, one thing that I think is really unique about our program that our patients love is that we will give you as much customer support as you need. So once you get started, my staff is going to walk you through the program. You're going to have guides, pictures, explanations, what to eat, what not to eat, recipes, guides. It'll tell you what to cook your food with, salad dressings, condiments, beverages. It'll walk you through everything. And more importantly is you're going to get set up with our app. So on your phone, you're going to be able to log your weight every day so our staff can follow you. There is a direct messenger inside of it. And what that allows you to do is ask any questions you have at any time. And those messages come directly to our staff. So just make sure as you go through this, if you ever have questions, pull out your app, open the messenger, and shoot it over to us. So I'm excited for you. I hope you do great. I hope you feel better. So the next step, just make sure you click on the email, fill out the paperwork, and then when you're getting started, either through the virtual or in clinic, my staff will help walk you through everything. They'll get all the information sent to you. Make sure you read everything, you understand it, and then ask questions. I can always call you, get on the phone with you, walk you through anything else, and just make sure you're as successful as possible. So good luck.